Special Event Alert.
I slept wrong and can't raise my arm above my head. It took me forever to put my uniform on. Which is excuse number 239 for being late for changeover, your weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith, and I'm joined by Mr. History, Eric Ross.
Gentlemen, how the hell are we tonight?
And back from the East Coast, our man in the closet, Jake Wall.
That's exactly why you don't do a day over 20 years. Right there.
Can't
do it. It's a young man's game.
No doubt. Can't sleep on your arm anymore.
Yeah.
We're here to bring you the latest headlines and updates pertinent to all Guardians and to the other lower branches as well. So take your seats, get informed, and have a laugh because...
Wait for changeover. Watch the Rockies.
Woo! Welcome back, boys. Well, Eric was here. Well, welcome
We're
back.
probably getting demonetized every single time that comes on.
Oh, more and more.
Yeah.
We did go up to 109 subscribers. We were down to 107. We went to 109. Who knows? Wait till those awards roll out. If we won with 6 votes, woohoo! Let me
We're
tell you.
huge. We're huge.
Football weekend this last weekend. Good for Eric as the Air Force Academy beat up on some Division 3.
Yes, they did.
Is that what it was?
The first week is the token week.
It was a 2, I think.
Bad for CU, but it just confirmed that CU has no coordinators who know what the hell they're doing. So that was a painful game.
The quarterback has the ability, I think.
Yeah, Pat Shermer, who's been fired from every pro job, comes on and is the offensive coordinator, and it's like, oh, watch, he's going to run up the middle. Oh, watch, he's going to run up the middle again. It's like, God damn, this guy's boring offense. So
I think they'll get better.
That was painful. And then Oregon State, no hopes raised, no hopes confirmed.
The Ducks.
There's just no hope.
They got shit beat out of them. So that was all right.
I
So
don't wanna-
do they play again? Does Oregon State and Air Force Academy play again this year?
I haven't seen it.
Do they do a return the favor kind of thing?
I'm not holding my breath.
But pros coming up this weekend. You guys do any fantasy football leagues at all?
No.
I am in a pick a loser league.
Are you really?
Like a loser league.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You get as many picks as you want for $25, and you pick a loser, how many you want for that week. And if your team loses, you're still in it. There's over
so it's like a reverse survivor pool.
Exactly.
Survivor league.
You pick a loser. So I picked 2. I picked Atlanta to lose against Tampa Bay, of course.
Nice.
And I picked Cleveland to lose against Cincinnati.
That one, that's a toughie. That's a tough, man.
I think they'll rock it.
Interesting. A reverse survivor league. That's pretty
It's
interesting.
huge money. It's big money.
Yeah, and are you contributing every week, or did you just do a flat at right at the beginning?
You put in $50 for 2 picks. You could put in $100 for 4 picks, but I did.
So
2.
every week it's 50 for 2?
No, just the 50.
Okay.
Now, if your team wins, that's gone, and you're down to 1 pick. If you lose, if the other team wins, I'm out of the whole thing. If they both lose,
but you can't. Is it like the typical survivor league that you can't use that team again?
No, you can as long as you pick a loser each week.
No,
you're good.
That's an interesting
one of your
play on
2
it.
picks has to be a loser.
Correct. I'm hoping for both of them to be losers, so I can keep going with 2. The odds are a little better.
Oh, so if one of them does not lose, then you're down to just one pick. Yeah.
So this thing could actually only go technically 5 weeks.
It could go
if you guys keep picking
both.
Yeah, but I mean, if everybody in the league picks wrong except for one person, then
he wins.
That's it. That person wins.
Yeah.
So you have an upset week.
Oh,
Yeah. Everybody's affected by them.
Like,
But you're also talking almost, I think I saw 8,000
Oh, my God.
people in this thing.
oh, damn.
Whoa.
That is big money then.
All right. You got to
Big
keep us
money.
up. Got to keep us
Holy
surprised
cow,
every
dude.
week. We'll check
Yeah.
on you.
So usually, you get down to the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks left. And let's say you're down to 2 players. They can agree to split the pot or something like that too. But they both have to agree. If one doesn't, he says, no, we're going to keep playing. You keep playing.
What happens if they both win that last week?
They split the pot.
That's no fair. That should carry over to the next year. No one wins.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Split pot. Split the pot.
Man.
It's harder than what you think. It really, really
it
is.
sounds
Oh, no.
difficult.
It's I get it, right?
Because any given Sunday, those guys could win a game, right?
Oh, listen
Yeah.
to Al Pacino over here.
Yeah,
any
any
given
given Sunday, man.
Look at this guy.
You throw out some hooahs or something.
Hooah!
That's a wrong.
That was my best Al Pacino. Are you kidding me?
That was a good hooah.
Yeah, it wasn't from the right movie, but that's
I know.
Yeah, why not? Combine them all up. What the fuck? What do we know? Well, let's start off with our lead story that was just from today. And I wasn't even going to do it till my sister texted me about it. So this is from space.com. Trump directs U.S. Space Command move. Oh, sorry, spacenews.com. Trump directs U.S. Space Command move to Huntsville, reversing Biden's decision. President Donald Trump on today, September 2nd, announced the long-anticipated relocation of U.S. Space Command headquarters from Colorado Springs to Huntsville, Alabama, reversing a 2023 decision by President Biden to keep the command in Colorado. I know you're all over this, Jake, so stand by. I will tee you up. The announcement came at a White House event with Vice President J.D. Vance, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and several Alabama lawmakers, reflecting the strong political backing for the move both inside the administration and in the state set to host the command. Trump said, I am thrilled to report that the U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama, forever to be known from this point forward as Rocket City. Trump stated today, using a nickname that has long described Huntsville. I guess we got to get Rocket City shirts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting Operation Paperclip shirts.
So
we're doing that bull crap.
Tell Willie to get drunk and order us some Rocket City shirts, man.
Yeah.
The announcement capped a protracted 6-year debate over the headquarters, marked by sharp political and military disagreements about where Space Command should be permanently based. The command has operated from Colorado Springs since its reestablishment in 2019. The battle over the HQ location began in January 21 in the final days of Trump's first term, when the Department of the Air Force selected Redstone Arsenal after a review that considered infrastructure, projected costs, and synergies with NASA and Army space facilities in the area. The Inspector General's report, released in April 2025, concluded that the Air Force's evaluation process was technically sound and reaffirmed Huntsville as a preferred site on cost and long-term strategic grounds, while acknowledging the readiness concerns cited by senior commanders. The relocation is projected to move about 1,600 military and civilian jobs from Colorado to Alabama. While uniformed personnel will be required to relocate, Colorado lawmakers have warned that many civilian employees may opt not to move, creating potential gaps in institutional knowledge and disruptions to operations during the transition. You know what Trump said to that?
So what?
Trump, in remarks at the White House, said that if personnel assigned to Space Command didn't want to relocate to Huntsville, it would not matter. He said, quote, we'll get somebody else, he said, end quote.
Yeah.
Well,
What is true? I mean, they're contractors, they're.
Yeah.
And you know what
they've been
this is
trying
about,
to man
right?
up Starcom in Florida for a while, right?
Right.
Which is bigger than this whole space. I'm surprised it's that many people, but 1,000 people, like, okay,
That's pretty low key. I mean, that,
yeah.
you know,
I'm actually shocked that's that many, because it's not like it's all building one.
No, not even close.
It's a small section of
Right.
building one. You're like,
Right.
okay, who cares?
Well, this is also designed to poke the state of Colorado in the eyeball too.
Well,
Yeah.
part of the stuff I didn't read was, you know,
The
Trump was
mail-in
saying
ballots.
that Colorado
Yeah.
has mail-in
It's
ballots.
Again, it is not a strategically, it makes sense to not put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Sure.
But so that, okay, I can understand that. I can understand people going down there. There's also the argument of why, if he was doing it purely for reasons that were not just bullshit, like, I don't like the politics here.
Right.
Okay, guys, right? I'm sick and tired of this tit for tat bullshit.
Yeah, and that's what this is.
California's gerrymandering. So Texas is going to gerrymander.
Yeah.
Who the, like, just stop. Both of you are doing illegal shit. Just
They
stop,
both
you know?
have been doing it for forever.
Exactly.
Just
And they all need to
floated
be
to the top.
arrested.
And they're
freaking,
like, the Republicans are doing what? And they're like, it's the same thing the Democrats did like last year.
yeah, exactly.
It's
They're
the
all
same
doing
dumb
the
shit.
same bullshit.
Right,
And I'm
right.
like, why do
And
none
you know
of
we're
them get
talking about
thrown into
grown-ups?
like hard ass pounding prison?
We're
Like,
talking about
they're-
grown-ups. We're not
Well,
talking about our kids, right? We're talking about grown-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
Grown-ups
That's the
with
problem.
axes to grind that cost millions and sometimes
Yeah.
billions of dollars.
You know, right. I was just down in Fort Bragg. You know what doesn't say Fort Bragg? All the fucking street signs and half the businesses say Fort Liberty.
Yeah.
You just ruined, like, wasted shit tons of money for nothing.
True.
And it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's-
matter. Like,
that's
that doesn't matter.
You know what? One of the biggest wastes, and it was over a period of, say, 5 years, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
Space Force, right? That's where you're going with this, right? Space Force?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
I'm sorry. It's not Space Force.
Come on, Eric. You got to wait till I swallow the booze. Come on, man.
It was
Yes.
when,
And
like, every service was like, we want a new uniform. Remember that
Yeah.
whole period of time?
yeah.
And the Marines got a new one. The Air Force got a new one. The Army did a new one. The Air Force went over to the Army's new one. It was absolutely ridiculous. And every
It's just
service did
wasted
stuff.
money.
The Navy got those stupid blue BDUs or whatever the hell those things were.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, oh, yeah, let's not take the one uniform, BDUs, that every service wore, which was streamlined for the
And-
U.S. government.
And maybe adjust them a little bit because
The
they
only
didn't
thing,
work
the
or
only
whatever.
difference was the hats, right?
Yeah.
The Marines had that different hat, but everybody was wearing BDUs, and they're like, "Oh no, we want our own. We want our own." How many millions, probably billions of dollars to be
Oh,
for
easy.
that shit?
Easy.
That's
Right.
the guy sitting at the table that says, hey, we have extra money to spend. What are we going to do?
But they don't. They don't have extra money.
Nah,
to
they
spend.
don't. Yeah,
They
right.
think
Just stop
they do.
spending money.
They think they do.
All the different colors of
They're
money.
like, oh yeah, we spent all that money on uniforms, and now we can't afford these reservists and guardsmen to come on
You-
orders at the end of
that's
the,
the
year.
thing. Okay, here's the priority of what's going on right now. Military members are paying for their own PCSs
Mm,
Wow.
and not getting reimbursed.
right.
That's crazy.
Maybe
Right.
that's a fucking priority over moving 1,000 people to some bullcrap town.
Well, sure. They're paying for their
Right.
own meals because the meal card's not working, or they don't have a dining facility anymore. So
Exactly.
you get a voucher or whatever.
How
the
about
fuck
let's
it is.
work on that rather than repopulating Nazi City?
Fucking
Nobody
military
cares.
daycare is still way too expensive.
Exactly.
Don't match the civilian side.
These are
So-
things that you could physically fix.
Where did all the advantages to going in the military go? They're all gone, right? Why
They're all
why
gone.
join?
Like
Where's the incentive to join and put yourself at harm's risk?
my buddy
Harm's way.
is literally, his wife's still in active
VA
duty.
loan.
He's actively budgeting for his move to Florida.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He's
right?
got a budget for his wife's PCS to Florida.
That's
Yeah.
broke.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous
yeah, that's screwed up.
because they're making these
Absolutely.
decisions and they're not thinking about the second and third order effects. You know?
No, and where are all these congressmen and senators who are fighting for those things?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, don't worry about this.
Where's the
Crossing
AFA
state
or
line
whatever the
shit
VFW or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck? Where
Yeah.
are those agencies standing?
When
on
you
the
have
desks?
your banquet fundraisers, Or first sergeants walking around during what was that week when the beginning of the year when they hand out, who are you going to give to? Who are you going to give to? Right?
Yeah.
Well,
The
CDC.
CFC.
yeah,
CFC.
CFC, right? Yeah.
CFC.
When they're walking around and they're doing all these associations and shit, where are those associations? when it
Combined
comes
federal
down to
campaign.
regular life for these military people. Remember, I as we were moving and we have all this stuff, and I'm like, God, this is decent stuff. I don't want to throw it out.
Yeah.
Shit. And I was like, oh, Airman's Attic, man.
Airman's
they can use
Attic.
all this stuff.
Doesn't exist.
Buckley doesn't have one.
No.
I'm sure none of them have it anymore.
Yeah.
Why
Do they
not?
still have
Because
the
they don't want to.
soldiers' home. You could give to the soldiers' home. Do they still have that?
I don't know. I doubt it.
I've
I
never
wonder.
heard of that one.
You've never heard of the soldiers' home?
Airman's Attic had so much furnishings and all
You
that
see.
stuff for those
Yeah.
lower enlisted. God, it was beautiful.
Yeah, like NCOs would go in there, get new couches for their house, and put the old couches in the Airman's Attic.
Yeah.
You'd find full sets of uniforms that people get out
Yes.
in the Airman's Attic that
Yes.
are good, like full sets of blues,
Right.
and
right.
even like simple dorm stuff, like your shower caddies or your toiletries and things like that.
Nope, we're
Yeah.
putting our money into Rocket City shirts, baby.
By the way, we do not play Oregon State this year.
No, I looked it up too. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Change the subject.
We do have
Oh.
a chance against, I don't know, maybe Wake Forest or Appalachian State
Ooh, App State.
or
App
Lafayette.
Lafayette,
Sam Houston.
No.
You can play in a
Almost
bunch of
sounds like-
nobodies.
Almost sounds like 4-1. 4-1 if you do that, man.
That's our schedule.
Nobodies.
Tulsa.
Go Bees, baby.
Oh, God. Fresno State's going to kill us, though. Fresno State. Notorious.
All right, moving on. So this next story from space.com, we first heard about this facility or this, facility organization unit from General Perry.
Yeah.
No, General
This is
Petty.
cool.
Sorry,
Petty.
General Petty. The hats, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't even know that they were involved with NASA. So the headline is how military helicopters in Colorado will help land NASA's Artemis astronauts on the moon. At the U.S. Army National Guard's high-altitude Army Aviation Training Site, HATS, in Gypsum, Colorado. I didn't realize it was in Gypsum. Then I had to look up where Gypsum was. I was like,
It's
oh,
way
shit.
out there.
Way out there. Astronauts are flying in military helicopters with garden structures to simulate the disorienting challenges of landing on the moon's complex surface, where deep craters, steep slopes, and harsh lighting make navigation difficult. And not just a few landers have tumbled over because they're on the wrong terrain there, right? That's because the Rocky Mountains provide a close match for lunar descent conditions at altitudes between 6,500 and 14,000 feet. Helicopters are forced to operate at the edge of their limits, demanding precise control and quick decision-making. Snow, glare, and dust-like whiteouts add to the difficulty, training pilots and astronauts to rely on their instruments, teamwork, and communication, just as they will when landing near the moon's south pole, according to a statement from NASA. Over the last few years, NASA and the Army National Guard have worked closely to evaluate training procedures and landing zone areas, incorporating accounts from Apollo astronauts who helped coordinate the training or NASA astronaut Doug Wheelock, who helped coordinate the training program, said in the statement. During training flights at HATS, astronauts can experience the visual illusions, cross-cockpit communication, and degraded visibility they may experience navigating to their landing zone near the south lunar pole. Flight training opportunities like this are vital to mission success and crew safety. Since 2021, 22 NASA astronauts and one European Space Agency astronaut have completed the HATS program. Do you guys want to see the video on it?
I do.
All right. Let's.
Because right now, all I'm thinking is the training is somebody going like this while they're trying to land it.
Just a guy.
Shining a flashlight.
Can't see.
Smushing his face. Flashlight.
Well, they tried
Knock it
that.
off. Knock it off.
They're like, yeah, we got a better way. We got a better way. This video's from NASA. So.
That's cool.
The Artemis mission set has been created to return humans to the surface of the moon by the end of this decade. Looking at 2024, the best way to understand how to be successful is to go back and figure out what we learned in the 60s when we did those Apollo landings. And so in pulling out all the debriefs, we looked at lessons learned from a crew training perspective. What did it look like? What did it
all
feel
those
like? What
patches
skills did they
above
share?
That's
Were there
exactly
skills
what I
that
was
they
looking
felt
at.
that they were lacking? And what
was
we
like,
need to do is
dang.
make sure that when we go back to the moon, we're even more prepared than they were. We have a wealth of knowledge from their debrief. So a couple of things that we recognized that we can train using helicopters in degraded visual environments like we have here at the high altitude training site in Colorado. Visual illusions is something that's very common to helicopter
Visual
pilots.
illusions.
When your eyes are not
That'd be
agreeing to
scary
what your
as shit.
instruments is actually happening. So maybe
when
your
you hit
height
the
looks different,
ground.
your velocity looks different. And so these are some of the things that
But
we
you
can
don't think
train
you're hitting
up
the
here
ground.
at HATS. So
What's that
for instance,
patch,
one
Marty?
illusion would be
I don't know.
not
She's
having
got
Your
anything
chili
that compare
pepper with the
size
lightning
to.
in it.
So when you're landing
Oh,
on a
that's
runway,
25th
you know,
ID.
there's cars around the runway, there's buildings around the
So
runway.
she went to war
you
with
can kind
them.
of gauge how big things are as you're getting closer to the surface. When you're landing to a completely new environment, there's no man-made structures, there's nothing familiar,
Hey, Eric.
and you see a rock in your landing
Yo.
area. Is that
That
rock
first badge
the
right
size of a
above
basketball?
US?
Is it the size of a car?
Those
Is
are
it the size of a
Space Wings,
building?
bitches.
That's actually something we can replicate up here in
I like the
mountains of
aerosol
Colorado, is
badge. I
landing to very
didn't
Yes,
have
yes.
much to say about that.
unknown size of
Frickin'.
You got
objects.
the dope on a
And
rope
so Major
badge.
Mobelli and I have been tasked to come up here, talk to these folks that work at HATS with the Colorado National Guard. They've been really supportive, bending over backwards to create some of these environments for us. And we are laying out a training plan that other astronauts can come up and go through to get familiar with some of these illusions and flying in a degraded visual environment.
You stop giving them drugs that make them sit in that chair for relaxation. You
Oh,
may
she
not have
She looks strack though, man. She looks
dude.
She looks badass. So interesting to know that they're bringing him up there. I was trying to find out. Are they flying the helicopter? And they're not flying the helicopter, but they're coordinating back and forth, and the pilot's doing what they're telling him to do. So, because I was like, wow, are they qualified? Are they helicopter rated? Is that part of being an astronaut now? You got to get helicopter rated.
That'd be cool.
Because we saw some of those crew members. I was like, I don't think that guy's even car rated.
Look, here's the thing. Katy Perry just got 10 more respect points if she's helicopter rated.
If she
All right.
went through the hats,
And the girl, Katy Perry.
hats might be a whole different acronym for what she brings to it. So, for each mission simulation, one astronaut pilots the aircraft, while another charts the landing area, marking key landmarks, identifying potential hazards, and helping to track the flight path. The landing zones and situations become more challenging throughout the week-long course, pushing crews to strengthen communication and practice decision-making skills they will need to land on the moon. So
It's pretty cool. It's a good program, I think.
yeah,
man, that's cool.
hey, it's a good idea.
Solve a problem.
Hey, how do we prevent our astronauts from tipping over this $100 billion lander?
Yeah.
Why don't we give them as much training as we possibly can think of?
What a great idea.
Yeah, they came up with that. Too bad I'll have to reach out to General Petty and go, hey, how are they doing this up there? He probably
your
knows.
boys.
They probably brought him up there to go do it. So.
I'm sure.
We haven't talked to him in a long time, so maybe he'll come back on. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Speaking of January 6th.
We were?
Then nobody said anything about that crap. Nothing.
Remember who the only person was that died that day? That's right. Air Force veteran Ashli Babbitt. And this concerns her. This next story is from Task and Purpose. And it says, these are the funeral honors that the Air Force says it will extend to Ashli Babbitt. The Air Force will extend military funeral honors to Ashli Babbitt, the Air Force veteran shot and killed by a security officer as she climbed through a broken door window during the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Babbitt served 5 years on active duty in the Air Force and served years in the Air National Guard, a service record that entitled her to a basic level of funeral military honors under federal law, including a folded flag presented to next of kin and a bugler to play taps. But a request from her family for these honors at her 2021 funeral was denied by then Lieutenant General Brian Kelly, the Deputy Chief of Staff for Manpower, Personnel, and Services. But Undersecretary of the Air Force Matthew Lohmeyer overturned that decision earlier this month in a letter to Babbitt's family released by lawyers with Judicial Watch who supported her appeal. Lohmeyer wrote that after reviewing the circumstances of Ashli's death and considering the information that's come forward since then, I am persuaded that the previous determination was incorrect. In 2021, Kelly disallowed these honors, noting in a letter to Babbitt's family that she was fatally shot after having illegally entered the United States Capitol building on 6 January 2021. As a result, I have determined that military funeral honors would bring discredit upon the Air Force. Kelly cited a federal law that allows military officials to strip funeral rights from otherwise eligible members whose circumstances of death would bring discredit to their service, even if they have an honorable discharge. Hundreds of the rioters were convicted or pleaded guilty to charges in the wake of the January 6th riot, all, including Babbitt, or pardoned or received clemency by President Donald Trump within days of return to the presidency in January. Judicial Week, the law firm that led Babbitt's appeal, cited Trump's pardons and clemencies around the riot as a reason that Kelly's decision to strip Babbitt of funeral honors should be reversed. Right or wrong?
I have an opinion. I do. All
right, let me start it off by saying, if you just take what the lawyer said, and if Kelly made that determination with the best information that he had, General Kelly said, right, he was right to strip her of those rights. But as soon as Trump pardoned him, then that precondition doesn't exist anymore. And so she should have rights. I'm just reading like the strict nuts and bolts of it.
So I have one question.
Yeah.
Was she active duty or part of the reserve in that capacity?
I could not find that
illegally fucking climbing into the window?
Well, yeah.
Well, so, now wait a minute.
But even after you retire or just discharged, you still get funeral rights, right? On one hand, I can understand why she would get funeral rights. Yeah. I don't know what the list of stipulations is to lose the funeral rights. However, you're crawling through a window
illegally
into the Capitol building. You kind of get, it wasn't like go to the front side and they'll hold the door for you. Or not. I don't know what the difference is.
Was the cop inside when he shot her? Or was he outside? Was he inside?
He was inside the room that she was trying to get into.
Oh, see, stand my ground law.
But there were also additional cops in the stairwell that wasn't stopping these guys.
Yeah.
Man, you got just one cop that does their job, and
was he charged? Was the cop charged that killed him?
They tried to bring him a charge. The judge found him not guilty.
Yeah. So bottom line, she was illegally breaking in, climbing in a window at the Capitol. I don't have a problem with her stripping her.
I think he also said it was self-defense in his.
But that was bullshit. But either way, right? What is she going to get in and tickle him to death? Get the fuck out of here!
She's like
tickle tax,
like 5'3" or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here with that crap. But I think when Trump took that action, he kind of negated.
Yeah, he kind of take those
decision prior made.
Yeah. Yeah. We're never going to get the real January story on it.
I wish it's so ridiculous.
When you hear about the grandparents who are like, hey, we didn't break into the Capitol. They said, come on in. So we came in. And then we went home to Alaska.
Yeah.
And then the feds came and arrested us and sent them to jail.
3 months later.
Yeah. And that's where you're just like, what the fuck? So.
Well, that was all based on somebody saying they invited us in.
Well, that was based on somebody saying they forced their way in, and that was the prevailing.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's so.
But nobody ever went to court over it.
It's just too bad that she just I mean,
No,
it's
some
too
went to
bad that
prison.
she had to die for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some went to prison, but I
Yeah.
never heard a court case. Did you hear
No.
any testimony from any
No.
January 6th case?
No, that's
Yeah,
true. I
me
did
neither.
not.
That's the
Me
biggest
neither.
problem.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's one of the biggest.
Where's the due process?
You know,
in
whether
all of
you
this?
think they were innocent, they were guilty. There were some that did beat cops, but the vast majority didn't. However, we didn't hear about any of these trials. No notes, no like, oh, this is what's going on. This is what was said here. Well, it was just like all of a sudden they were just convicted, and you're like, what the fuck?
I agree. I didn't hear
Now,
anything. So.
bringing it back to Ashli Babbitt, it's just tragic that she got shot and killed. But at the same time, you know, I would have been in there. I'd be like, someone, hey, climb through that window. I was like, I don't know if I got half a leg. I'm not going to climb through this fucking window. We'll boost you up. And I'm like, fuck that.
You're going to be like, no, Jake can do it.
Yeah,
Jake, Jake.
He could step over.
I'm like, I'll look at the pigs standing outside and be like, hey, piggies, we good? And they're like, oh, yeah, that's the back door.
They're like, I don't know, roll the dice, baby. They're like, okay.
You're going to tase me as soon as I turn around, aren't you, dicks?
That was such a unparalleled event. Something that had never occurred, that had so much different chaos going on at the same time.
Right.
It got out of hand.
And it's so open to, conspiracy theories and everything else, what rioted the crowd, they're still pinning things on Trump. And I'm like, I listen to what he said. How do they say he incited anything? But it stuck and it ran. So I was just like, how the hell did they do that?
I don't know how the hell any of it works out. It's just,
but
unless you got a ticket, don't take a tour. I guess that's what I learned.
Yeah.
Be like, I got the 5 o'clock ticket. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the Grand Poobah guy? The guy with the hat and the horns, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were holding the door open for him.
Yeah.
And then they slammed him big time. They're like, hey, we're going to send you to prison. He's like, you guys invited me in. They're like, nah, tough shit.
Prove it.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you
good.
never saw video from cameras. You never saw any of that.
No.
Outdoor pictures from cell phone. That was about it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all ridiculous.
But as a good thing for her family, I'm glad she's getting. I'm glad she's getting the honors. I don't.
On a personal level.
I don't think it was something that she was like. She was the one setting everything on fire, and she got shot. I think she got caught up in it. Maybe a shot shouldn't have been fired, but it did, and it struck her. So,
long story short, if you're crawling through a window and it's not your house,
I hear you.
You might get shot.
I hear you.
Period.
Yeah, and that goes for Circle K's.
Exactly.
That goes for
the Perot house. You climb through my window, you may get shot.
Oh, you're getting shot. I know you're getting shot.
Climb through my window, baby.
That 38 still loaded and is desperate to be.
Somebody's gonna take the bullet.
I'm gonna blame it on the SIG 320. I'll be like, I don't even know what happened.
It just went off.
SIG got me again. I was just waving it around.
I was just trying to
scare him.
I was trying to scare him.
I didn't even see the guy coming in the window. I was like, these damn mosquitoes.
God, this thing. No matter how you hold it, a round's going. So, well, rest in peace, Babbitt, and good.
Sorry, Babbitt's
good luck to your family there. So,
that's
all right. Let's move on to kind of a cool story. You ever watch Nat Geo? You ever watch? I've watched a couple of things on Nat Geo, and every once in a while they have a pretty good docu-series on the military. And this one, I'm really interested in seeing this one that's coming up. So this is Nat Geo's upcoming series about, they do it. They named it this way so you would watch it, but they're not pilots trying to get to Top Gun. These are Navy and Marine pilots just trying to get their wings. All right. So This is from militarytimes.com. What we know about Nat Geo's upcoming Top Gun series. So a new 6-part series on National Geographic promises to take viewers along the journey to the real Top Gun training grounds. See, that's a little misnomer. It's not really going to Top Gun. They're just trying to get their wings. As cameras follow pilot students from the Navy and Marine Corps through the end of their qualification pipeline. Top Gun's The Next Generation, which is set to air on Nat Geo on September 16th and streaming the next day on Hulu and Disney Plus, showcases 6 months of high-stakes aerial training, brutal physical demands, and emotional reckoning, where only the top performers can earn the chance to fly the most coveted aircraft. What was that giggle for? Now you
I
want
thought
to
it
make fun
was
of the
funny.
pilots?
The emotional reckoning.
The emotional reckoning.
That's,
Should, and that's an R-E-C-K, reckoning,
Right.
not W-R-E-C-K.
that got me to
Which is
chuckle.
what Eric does to the Space Force. He does a reckoning every fucking week.
WREC.
W-R-E-C reckoning. This new series focused on the training prior to making it to Top Gun, way prior to making it to Top Gun.
No
Will
doubt.
prominently feature a workhorse fighter pilot training, the white and red T-45C Goshawk trainer. Made by McDonnell Douglas, which is now Boeing. The 2-seat Goshawk has been in service since the late 1980s and is the only fighter trainer equipped to land on aircraft carriers. While the Goshawk's top speed of 645 miles per hour is about half that of the FA-18 Super Hornet and F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, the student pilots may soon fly. It's still an intense ride. Imagery from the trailer confirms the action in the new series is taking place at Naval Air Station Meridian, Mississippi. I didn't know we had a naval air station.
Man, that's weird in Mississippi. Neither do I.
Yeah, I mean, it just matters. You get pilots going, you're like, oh, you're going to go fly jets. And you're like, oh, shit, Pensacola? Where am I going to learn it? They're like, Mississippi.
Mississippi. Can you spell it?
The intensity commences with the first episode, Strike, in which the students enter advanced phase training with a set of breathtaking bombing tests. Diving at speeds they've never faced before, students struggle with the dynamic moves and start to make high-risk mistakes. Instructors deliver tough assessments in the debriefs to keep the students safe. So this is almost like a military hard knocks for the NFL, right?
It's like a tech school, if you ask me.
So I'm
Just
sure
for
they all
pilots.
got assigned, yeah, you can film me cry, you can film me get kicked out, whatever it is, right? The second episode will see the students practicing real-world carrier landings under pressure to succeed. That would be something.
That's pressure there.
The third takes them into dogfighting phase, pitting them against seasoned instructors. In the fourth, they reach the second dogfighting phase and the breaking point for some. Dogfight, drama, and tension between students and instructors continues to feature prominently in the final 2 episodes, leading to the students' graduation from the advanced jet training pipeline at Meridian. All right. So you ready for the trailer? It's probably going to be way too loud. Here's the trailer by Nat Geo. I found it on YouTube. So here we go.
Clear for takeoff.
Getting in the jet?
3, 2, 1.
It's like we teleport.
The dream is to be in Top Gun. This is how you get there.
We're training the next generation.
I was lucky enough to be accepted.
Being a fighter pilot is my dream.
He reminds me of Goose from Top Gun.
Goose dies. I hope there's not any singularity.
Here we go.
The program here is so challenging.
There will be students that don't make it.
If you make a mistake, it is possible you don't come back.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
This is what I was meant to do.
It's like nothing else.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Thursday,
That's
September
pretty cool.
16th. Yeah, I'll watch it. Definitely. I'll definitely watch that. That's great. So,
That's cool.
yeah.
I
go
wish
ahead.
they would bring in some of these Red Bull pilots to see what level, because these Red Bull pilots are freaking crazy. Right?
Everybody in Red Bull is just synonymous with. Do
Crazy.
you want to die? They're like, no, not really, but I want to get right there.
I want to get there on death.
Yeah.
Like they're just they're going up and they're like, let's turn everything off and skydive out and then get back in and turn everything back on.
Yeah,
crazy doing.
Did Jackass get ideas from these guys, or did these guys get ideas from Jackass? It's crazy.
Right? But the skill level is insane.
Oh, absolutely. From everything Red Bull does, those pilots are
crazy.
Man, I mean, you see those downhill mountain bike Red Bull guys, and you're like, Jesus, there's no second to think. But these guys are like, they're doing that 10 times the speed.
Oh, yeah. Can you land a crop duster on a helicopter pad with no safety anywhere else?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. No, it's not a good idea, guys.
No.
What about go through
they'll
tunnel made for 2 cars? I bet you I could do that.
Yeah. And the BMX guys in the back is like, I bet I could jump both those cars.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, sure. Okay, let's do this all.
Are there flares involved? I'm in.
But you don't hear like, oh, another Red Bull guy died. You don't. I don't know how they're either that good or they suppress that. But my God, that's amazing. It's amazing.
Amazing.
I want to see them stacked up next to these guys. Like it's like,
that's they got that from us.
Yeah. Red Bull guy that walks in, he's 50 and all freaking hopped up on caffeine going.
And they probably are. I mean, look at those test pilots. Those guys are all 40s and 50s, and they're, the Chuck Yeager.
All the way to the edge, baby.
God,
all the way to the edge.
Yeah. Badass.
All the way to the edge.
All right, Eric, take us home with some U.S. military history. Would you?
What do we got?
I like it. So, Jay, last week when you were here, Marty and I had a discussion.
No, Marty, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so I knew that. That's why I thought it's so. So, Marty and I had a discussion, sort of an in-depth discussion of divine intervention on past conflicts where evil had the upper hand and should have won, right?
Okay.
Should have won, but didn't. So I wanted to bring an example of that to tonight.
All right.
So the first example, September 1st, 1939. Marty?
No. Blitzkrieg into Poland?
Bingo.
But that could be it because this is about U.S. military history.
Well, I'm going to get there. You just got to slow your roll here, brother. Okay. As dawn broke on
had to have
September
a bad
1st,
guy to fight.
That's right.
That's true. Good point.
As dawn broke on September 1st, 1939, German forces launched a surprise attack on Poland. The attack was sounded with the pre-dawn shelling by the German battleship Holstein of Polish fortifications at the Baltic port of Danzig. 62 divisions with more than 1,300 airplanes in support then commenced a coordinated assault across the German-Polish border. Army Group North attacked from permit. Bottom line here is they took over in, what's the date? October 5th. So they come in, they kick ass, October 5th. That occurred on September 1st.
That's when it started.
That's when it started.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw another date at you.
I can't imagine being on the ground with 1,600 aircraft being anywhere in the air.
That's
insane.
Yeah. And with the intel that I'm sure they had, the leaders still think it is like, nah, it'll be fine. They're not going to. Why do they want us? It's not going to come over the border.
No.
All right. So September 1st, 1939. What occurred on September 2nd, 1945?
Victory in Europe Day?
Nope. Ending of the entire World War II with the signing of surrender on the USS Missouri
Oh,
nice.
victory. Oh, so end of the war in the Pacific.
That's the date that ended all war.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, for World War II. That's what I'm saying. So September 1st kicks off. September 2nd, it ends. Is that a coincidence?
Ooh.
Or is that part of that divine intervention that they said evil, to include Japan and Germany at the time, had the upper hand in both sides, had modern technology, and should have won? They did not. And why? Because we got lucky and were able to decode their break and, met them at Midway and kicked their butt with a surprise attack at Midway. So
arrogance.
Well,
plays a big role in this.
There were some lucks there, right? But there were also a lot of warning signs where, like, don't get America involved, man. They got a lot of manufacturing over there.
Yeah.
And they're like, F their manufacturing, man. We're doing it anyway.
Yeah. Also,
but see the connection of, all right,
nope,
Germany.
Yeah, very good.
Germany runs into Poland. They start. They're the evil. Freaking, they're going to kill Jews and final solution and all this crap. Upper hand, better technology, taking over Europe fast.
A lot of meth.
Sure, a lot of drugs to enhance their capabilities.
Hell yeah. That's the only way you get a good blitzkrieg.
Right?
You get all your boys hopped up on meth and you fight.
Oh, yeah.
And then think of advanced technology. You get the first jet. You get a V-2 rocket. You get all the stuff that says you should have won, and you didn't.
Yeah.
Same with Japan. Yeah. Japan's technology with the Zero, far advanced than our aircraft, had the better Navy at the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Should have won. Didn't. Divine intervention, coincidence?
Too arrogant to think that somebody smaller than you could punch you.
Maybe.
Right.
So you're not buying the.
Well, I'll give you the final result. Yes, but why did that divine intervention take 6 years to happen?
Well, if you base it on faith, right? Faith is, you keep the faith. It may not happen tomorrow, but you're going to keep the faith and you're going to win. Think about it. Even in the Civil War, because the South supposedly was the evil side, wanting to continue with slavery.
Not according to the South.
Agreed. I'm just saying that didn't happen. The enslavement of your man, your fellow man, it didn't happen.
Yeah. And what did we do after World War II? We took all those Nazi scientists and said, I know you hate the Jews, but I know a place where there's not a lot of Jews. Please come to Huntsville, Alabama. And the population of Huntsville has been falling. And our Lord and Savior DT has now repopulated our white people in Alabama.
We did. Eric and I talked about that last week, and I think the Soviets and us had a real world scientist draft.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I get him, you get him.
We're taking von Braun. And they're like, oh, damn it.
Oh, there was as quick as you could pick him up, though. You're like, von Braun. Be like, he's already relocated, buddy.
Oh, yeah. We signed a contract. He's in. Yeah.
So, Jake.
He's already in a barrel on a ship going to Alabama.
So the question, Jake, whether you believe or not believe, do you believe that something defined, divinity, religious?
Is there a higher power? Yeah.
No, I'm not asking you that. I'm talking, was there any intervention from something for the side of good versus the side of bad?
Well,
based on one day apart? Nah, I don't know.
Let me ask you this, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I would hope so.
Was it a divine intervention for the Vietnamese people that we actually pulled out?
Yeah.
Because
Afghanistan, was that divine intervention? Thanks to Allah, they got their country land back.
Yeah.
And a lot of military equipment.
Joe Biden.
So, in my opinion,
Allah works in mysterious ways, my friend.
Right. And
So
you
does
have
God.
to identify who the bad guy was in those particular.
And
sure,
which one?
that's
Us.
yeah. Well, in Vietnam, yeah, I think so. Yeah, we probably should have never gone into Vietnam. You know, and maybe that was divine intervention against us. So
Yeah.
your theory still holds true. It's just kind of
Yeah.
which way you're looking at it. You know,
But I think too, if
On which so in Afghanistan, what's the divine intervention? They had training. They had terrorist training facilities.
they have
Well,
Like
I-
the ones
I think-
we set up in South America to fuck up all the other local people.
I'm not saying
And
that
other-
America
I'm
is
just-
not evil at any
I'm not
particular
saying
time.
that either. I'm not saying they
I'm
are
just
or aren't.
saying
I
when
don't
you
want to
play
lose my
it
clearance.
strictly on the right or wrong of
Yeah.
an argument, right?
Maybe
So
maybe
when you
this
talk
is
about
divine
Afghanistan,
intervention.
A lot of
suppressing
people would
American
say
now.
to you, well, Sharia law, the Sharia law that they stone people and bury them and shoot them and assassinate them and not let them. Is that being evil? Are they the bad guys then?
I don't know how
Did we
much
do that in the Bible?
laws in Afghanistan, but I take
I'm just throwing it out, man. I'm not saying I'm on one side of the argument or not. I just
Biblically,
feel,
is that historically, biblically correct?
oh well, yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
there's a
know.
lot of stories in the Bible where people got messed up with rocks
No, I agree.
yeah, that's
I
true.
agree.
for whoring around or suspected whoring.
I agree. But if you read that, I don't believe God was on the end saying stone them in the Bible.
New Testament God or Old Testament God?
Oh, Old Testament God.
Old Testament God's mashing people with rocks left and right. He's like, kill your brother, boy. Let's see if you do it.
So it was my intention not to go religion. So let's not go religion. Let's
I
not do
know.
that.
I don't care either
I'm
way.
just playing evil,
I
especially
just
when,
got
in my
disowned by
opinion,
half my family for saying all that.
just when the evil side, in my opinion, should have won. They had everything they needed.
Yeah, technology and
to come out on
advantage
top
and everything.
and
Yeah,
didn't.
But they did make some mistakes tactically, right? You know, if he had never invaded the Soviet Union,
Divine intervention.
no, well, I guess to make him do that, I
Potentially.
guess
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
But
I don't know.
That still took 3 more years before the war was over.
Yeah,
Eric,
I kept
I'm
thinking
just
about
some
our
bald,
conversation,
fat guy
Marty.
sitting in a closet full of flannel. I don't know if I'm the right guy to answer divine intervention questions.
I didn't want to go religion.
Right kind of guy.
I didn't want to go religion, man. I just wanted to
I'm a
see
delight.
what you thought about evil versus good when evil should have overcome and didn't.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, you
Keep
can
it
do a
very
lot of
simple.
that, and I agree. Yeah.
Well, there is a surprising amount of battles that turn on 1 or 2 small things, you know, and you
Ask
can go through the
Napoleon and his
Civil War.
hemorrhoids.
Yeah, Napoleon. Well, that's true. That's right. The naval battle at Midway. If he hadn't got caught with half his planes trying to swap out torpedoes for bombs, we wouldn't have caught them and decimated them, right? If they'd have come through with the 4th wave at Pearl Harbor and knocked out the fuel tanks, that really would have done it. If at Gettysburg, if they had actually rolled up Little Round Top, they could have rolled that whole Union position.
Took the high ground.
Yeah. So there are a lot of those little things.
But why did they go right on the side of good versus what you thought might be the side of
that's where you get a little subjective.
They're arrogant, and they thought that wasn't met. All those decisions right there, you thought you were superior. That person thought they were superior in some way or another, and they didn't finish the job.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but Pearl Harbor was a loss. It could have been a bigger loss, but it was a loss. So the good guys not win in Pearl Harbor.
No,
the good guys
I'm
did
saying
not win at El Alamein. Ultimately, the war.
Well, that's the outcome. Well, for me, that's the outcome.
Yeah,
did people lose their lives? Absolutely. Could it have been worse? Could lost Pearl Harbor altogether and had it invade the Hawaiian Islands, and now we're speaking Japanese on the West Coast?
Or maybe you're Trump and you drop a couple bunker busters and there is no war.
Okay.
And we frozen our own Pearl Harbor with.
I just truly thought it was a cool conversation we had last week.
It is cool.
So
we should come prepared and do a whole episode on it. That would be interesting if we actually prepared something.
Don't, Marty, come on, man. That's scratching. Oh, God.
That's hope.
Yeah. I just barely had time to clean up dinner before I had to set this up. Come on.
I just thought it was also cool that it started on September 1st and ended on September 2nd.
That's very interesting. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, Eric, I'll give you that one.
All right, Eric.
All right, I'll give you that one.
Woohoo!
Well, let's call it a night, gentlemen. On behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, subscribe, and let us know how we did in the comments. And make sure next week that you are not
late for changeover.
Gentlemen, thanks for the week. And to everyone listening and watching, thanks for watching and listening, and we'll see you next week.
Marty, can you please share some fashion hairstyling tips with Eric, too? Because this thing is...
I cut mine down.
Yours is looking good. Yours always looks sharp.
I'll wear a wig for you.
Yours is way far forward, but I mean, at least you got some stuff going on.
To be honest with you, Jake, I think Eric looks a lot more badass with the complete bald head. He really does.
Yeah.
But he's torn now because his wife says he wants to.
In certain positions.
When's it going to end? Are you just going to be like total pervy community college professor, like a freaking U-shaped ponytail?
In certain positions, this acts as a tickler.
Yeah, in certain positions, I look skinny.
God.
Come on, man. In reality, it's not true. Okay? Get out of here with that bullshit. Tickler.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.